Did you know a recent study indicates a 90% failure rate among the majority of startups? This can primarily be attributed to the inability to accurately gauge the market and lack of preparedness to deal with fluctuating market conditions such as the COVID-19 pandemic. Hi guys, today in Startup Buzz, let's talk about 3 mistakes that make startups fail and how entrepreneurs can avoid it. Sahil Arya, co-founder and director at Fat Tiger, says, and I quote, "Startups primarily fail because of the mistakes of the founders." And although the founders are one of the key factors for failures, there are other factors as well that can contribute to it. Lack of prior market research, inability to execute, use of inappropriate marketing channels, and hiring an inefficient team are some of the factors that can lead to the failure of a startup, to name a few. Byju's is one such example that rose to success but has now been witnessing failure. Byju's, Think and Learn Private Limited, which runs the EdTech Byju's, finally filed the audited results for the financial year 2021 after a delay of more than a year. The company saw its revenue fall by 3% in the financial year 2021 to 2,428 crore rupees, while losses jumped nearly 20-fold to 4,589 crore rupees. While new age startups and their investors are used to huge losses, Byju's results attracted attention due to several reasons. One of the major reasons Byju's failed in India is because from the financial year 2014 to financial year 2020, EdTech firm Byju's reported cumulative losses of 452.77 crore rupees that jumped 10 times in a single fiscal as its cost of operations and marketing expenses hit the roof. Uday was an EdTech startup launched in Gurugram, India by 3 promising young entrepreneurs, Mehak Garg, Karan Varshney and Soumya Yadav. Uday introduced a unique interactive and game-based approach to learning through live sessions on their online application. The startup had already spread across more than 1 lakh users and 200 teachers when it went on to secure seed funding of $2.5 million to expand its operations. It also raised around $10 million in funding from US-based Norwest Venture Partners in February this year. However, the startup had to close its operations and shut down in the year 2022. As per Soumya Yadav, the main reason was the lack of user interest after schools opened post-pandemic. The company had enough capital in its books, but the business no longer made sense in the offline world and customer acquisition costs became expensive. Uber Eats, which was established in India in the year 2019, had over 10 million users. Experts believe that one of the reasons for Uber Eats' downfall was its heavy discounting strategy. The operational losses amounted to 2,197 crore rupees, more deaths followed, and a competitive market made it difficult for it to sustain. Though there is no golden rule to avoid failures, one can take a few concrete and prudent steps, such as building the right team, conducting extensive research before launching the product, and working collectively towards faster execution. Likewise, one should always have a contingency plan in place in case uncertainty hits the market. What, according to you, are some reasons for the failure of a startup? Do share your thoughts on this and keep watching this space for more such content.